You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Road Rants for Black and White Sports. Very quickly, make sure you check out our merch store. We are running a special 10% off promo code MarxusSucks, Marxus, S-U-X, and get 10% off any of our merch like this Socialism Media t-shirt. Yeah. Let's talk about Herschel Walker, the great Herschel Walker, the breaker of narratives, Herschel Walker. Played in the SEC, former Heisman Trophy winner, I believe in 1982. Played for the Georgia Bulldogs. A really damn good NFL player. A lot of people, I don't think, go and look at Herschel's stats because he's not in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Now, when it comes to that, let us not forget he had some unbelievable seasons in the USFL, much like Jim Kelly, much like Steve Young, both of which are in the Hall of Fame. Well, if you throw Herschel's USFL stats in with his NFL stats, he's got a Hall of Fame career, okay? He's in the College Football Hall of Fame. And what Herschel Walker is, he's a breaker of narratives. Okay, in this country, you're not supposed to be black and be a conservative. Well, Herschel was just that. And you're damn sure not supposed to speak out against the left in this country. Herschel will do that. Well, Herschel's talking about sports now because, unfortunately, sports has divided us further. Something that used to unite everybody. You know, does anybody remember the Yankees after 9/11? It was a unifying force in this country, the New York Yankees. And sports is part of the problem. Sports is part of the reason why this country is divided right now. Because of the leftist narratives, the NBA has done an unbelievable amount of damage to this country in pushing a leftist agenda. People like LeBron James running his mouth. We know everything he's done. And Herschel is pushing back on woke sports, talking about how sports used to bring us together. He hopes it can do it again. I'll give my thoughts on that after we're done with this story. Herschel Walker on how sports can unify America. Quote, quit listening to people who want to separate us. And there are certain ones of those in sports that are trying to do that. Sports can be unifying as long as Americans, quote, stop listening to those who want to divide the country. Herschel Walker told Fox News Primetime, quote, it's very unifying. And that's why I said that things have gotten to the way it is today. Because, you know, I look back and I say, Doug Flutie is my family. Walker explained to host Trey Gowdy. Todd Fowler, who I played with in Dallas, and Frank Rawls, who's from Barcelona, Spain. They're my brothers. He's really like my brother. When people start talking about separation, there is no I in team, there is no we in team. It is called team, and that's how the team is better. When you play as one group, and it is sad that this country is in the place it is today, said Herschel Walker. But we can get it back. The way we can get it back is we've got to get together. We have to talk these problems out, work them out, and quit listening to a lot of these people who want to separate us. Walker joined Gowdy ahead of the Super Bowl, the biggest annual sporting event. Now, look, I appreciate what Herschel's got to say, and in most cases, I would agree with Herschel. But the one thing that me and Mr. Matrix has talked about is, are we really at a point where anything can unify us? Okay? And one of the reasons is socialism, Marxism, okay? Things that people like me are never going to condone, ever, okay? And unfortunately, as long as you have voices in sports like LeBron James, sports will not unify us. It will just continue to divide us. Okay? We can't have sports leagues, sports organizations, sports stars putting their arms around Marxism, putting their arms around criminals, kneeling for our national anthem. Okay? We can't have that and expect that sports is going to unify us. I agree with Herschel in the fact that, yes, sports used to be a unifying force. It absolutely was in this country. Sports, Super Bowl. Super Bowl was always like a national holiday. Now I guarantee you, many of you on this channel that watch this channel won't watch the Super Bowl tomorrow. Why? Because of the things that the NFL has done. Mainly the first week of the NFL, but they still did it. They still did it, okay? And look, kneeling for the national anthem was such a black eye across all of sports. That's something you're just not going to get a lot of Americans on board with, is that disrespect for the flag, for that anthem, something that we, our parents, taught us to respect, and if it comes down to it, die for. Okay? That's just a fact. All right? And that's why you won't ever see us, we're never going to condone celebrating criminals or turning criminals into martyrs. It's not going to be like that because we weren't raised that way. And look, that's not a race issue. Doesn't matter if somebody's white, black, whatever. We're still not going to prop up criminals. Okay? We're not going to do it. We're supposed to be a nation of law and order. And somewhere along the way, we lost that. Well, until we have more more Herschel Walkers, and until we have some active sports players, and I know your agents are trying to get you to make sure you stay quiet and push you out of the way and this and that and the other, but until we have active playing sports stars willing to stand up and celebrate the country and be conservative and be proud about being conservative. And look, I understand cancel culture is a thing, but that's never going to change until people start standing up like Gina Carano has done. She stars in The Mandalorian, but she's ex-MMA. She has stood up and said, I don't care. These are my beliefs. Too bad, okay? Until we have a numerous amount of sports stars standing up, willing to do that, sports is going to be a divide right now. It just is. It's going to be a divide in this country. In theory, Herschel Walker is right. It can unify us. But the problem is some of the principles that are used in sports that divided us are things that we're never going to unite over. We're just not. Okay? So, tell me what you think, black and white sports fans, in the comments sections below. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.